Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to do a face-to-face introduction for the making of my Ube Cake Soap. This video was kind of chaotic, and so I wanted to kind of give you a backstory before getting into the video. I originally had some inspiration, which I'll put up here, of what I was hoping it would look like. It was some inspirational photos that I found online. I'm like, oh, I really like that swirl, and I love those colors. And you'll see at the end that my inspiration didn't exactly go as planned, but I tried to think a little quickly on my feet and change it up to what you see here, which I think actually turned out to be a really beautiful bar of soap. So please stay for the making of my Ube Cake Soap and let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks.
For this soap, I use the Ube Macaron Fragrance Oil by Dupe Fragrance. It's a scent that me and Richie picked out for our collaboration between Gracefully Handmade and Grow Folds, which is Richie's YouTube channel. I added some grape, knee-high mica, and some black iron oxide to this first layer. It's going to be a 3-layer soap. The first layer is going to be this purple. The middle layer is going to be a swirl between a white and a purple. And then the top layer is going to match the first layer, which is also going to be a purple. I'm adding the lye water to my base recipe of palm oil, beef tallow, coconut oil, olive oil, sunflower oil, castor oil, and kokum butter. Unfortunately, my camera stopped recording, so I didn't get to pour the first layer, but moving on to the second, I'm pouring off some of the oils for the second so I can mix my colorant, which is once again that grape knee-high mica by Mad Micas. It's kind of my inspiration pick where I saw the pretty swirls on some macarons. I'm like, ooh, I want to do that. So the small container is going to be the purple. The bigger container is going to have titanium dioxide in it to make really pretty white. And I'll swirl them together to make kind of that swirly layered look. Here's when I do the in the pot swirl to be able to create that swirl in the soap. Pouring off my purple into my white, giving it a simple stir just to kind of mix it up a little bit but not muddle it, and then pouring it over that first layer of soap. And for layer 3, I'm going to repeat what I did for layer 1, mixing my lye water into my oils with my purple and my black iron oxide in there, just to make sure that it's all completely mixed, and adding my fragrance oil, and then I will pour it over that middle marbled layer. As you can tell a little bit more since I didn't get this in my first shot, but the fragrance oil does kind of gray out the purple a little bit, which I was a little sad to see, but we still got a pretty purple at the end. I use my spatula to kind of break the fall of the batter so that way it doesn't puncture through that middle layer, so I can get some more clean layer lines. This fragrance oil smells really good. It's very gourmand, sweet, and earthy. It has notes of almond shell, powdered sugar, crisp meringue, ube buttercream, coconut milk, purple yam, vanilla sugar, sweet cream, and soft musk. It's definitely one of a kind. It's nothing I've ever smelled like before, but this was my first experience with ube, so I reached out to Richie to make sure that it was pretty spot on with what ube should smell like, and he enjoyed it too, so we went ahead with it. I wanted to recreate the drizzle that I saw on one of the ube macaron pictures. So I left out some of my white batter to create this soap drizzle on the top of it. And then I was going to sprinkle with my candy sprinkles on top as kind of like a similar decoration. I'm trying my best to make sure that I measure out where exactly my bars are going to be at the end, because that very end piece gets cut off and I cut it the other direction, so I get more bars on that end. So I wanted to make sure that I got my lines where I needed them to be. I got this really pretty sprinkle mix from Hobby Lobby. Sprinkles are safe to use on soap because they're made out of sugar, so they'll dissolve. They don't harm any plumbing or anything like that in your house. They'll just dissolve over time because of your water. So I'm sprinkling them on and trying to line them up with that drizzle as much as possible, but they're sprinkles. They're kind of going to do their own thing. I had to do a close-up of how the sprinkles looked with the drizzle on top. I thought it looked so pretty. And then the next morning, I realized I made a huge mistake and I should have known better. I covered my soap and I put it in my oven to rest for the night. Well, when I had covered it, it overheated and melted the sprinkles. So I had to think on my feet really quick about what to do. I'm like, this is not very pretty. So I'm cutting off the very top layer of the soap, removing that melted sprinkle layer, and going with game plan number 2. I mixed up a second batch of white frosting, soap frosting, to put on the top of these soaps. Instead of my drizzle, I'm going to go with dollops of white frosting on top and then decorate them with some more sprinkles, but not cover them this time so they don't melt. Which kind of gave it more of a cake look than the original macaron design, which I found super cute. I did a poll on my Instagram to see if people thought I should still call it ube macaron, if I should call it ube cake, and you guys agreed with me. You think it looks more like an ube cake, so it's not ube macaron soap, it's ube cake soap. And once again, my camera did not like me and did not record what I was supposed to, so I had to point it out. But I at least got the decoration of the sprinkles on top. I placed one large pearl sprinkle on each one of the middle dollops, and then sprinkled some of the smaller dollops all around just to decorate the bars and make them look pretty and kind of cupcake cake-ish. And as you can see in the close-up, I think that the dollops and the sprinkles look just as pretty as the first time, but this time they won't melt. Then I went to cut my bars and realized I didn't line up the dollops very well, which is something I'm gonna have to work on in the future, but it still looks really cute. So, and the swirls in the middle turned out so pretty. They're very wispy, and I just love it. Thanks again for joining me for the making of my Ube Cake Soap. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you have your notifications turned on so YouTube can let you know the next time that I post a video. Let me know in the comments below. Have you ever had ube before, either in dessert or any other form? This soap and our other collaboration soap will be available on May 16th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at gracefullyhandmade.com.